Welcome to the You Heard podcast, your go-to for Miami Hurricanes football. Ben, Joe, Hope, and CB break down recruiting, hot topics, and game day action.
All right, we'll talk about it at the end.
No, let's talk about this right now because he completely flipped it on me now.
I hate him for knowing this, bro. This man knew the brand, dog.
Okay, I don't appreciate that. I'm saying, like,
what are we talking about, son?
Get into it, talk. I felt
Keeping it a buck.
Let me close these curtains real quick.
You heard. Well, that was fun. Oh my God. All right. CB might jump on. He said he's a little bit, too wired up for the game. I didn't want to say I was going to do a post game because the last time we did a post game, it didn't end well. Yeah, man. Chat, how we feeling? We got 87. I'm fucking jazzed up. I apologize. 6 minutes in, I already cursed. My fault. I told Poke, my guy Poke, is walking out of the stadium right now, that if it comes down to a field goal, I might throw up. So far, I've held everything down. I'm good. Look, man. Look, I get it, right? We could do the criticism. I'm going to try my best with completely freestyling this. That's a really good football team. We played the best first fucking knew it too. As soon as I said in the earlier show, I was like, maybe those trends continue. We played the best first-time starter of the whole weekend. CJ Carr is a dog. All right? Give them their credit. Marcus Freeman had that team ready. Didn't like so much that we, took the ball out of Carson Beck's hands. There was some questionable calls. When I say questionable, I mean absolutely atrocious. I'm not going to blame the referees. That game is the game. The hold on Samson Okolola wasn't a hold. Very similar to last year's hold that they called on Damian Martinez in the Syracuse game. Those were not holds. The pass interference was an uncatchable ball. There was a lot of questionable stuff. That was an absolute dogfight. The game shouldn't have been as close. Those two turnovers we should have turned into touchdowns. Think about the mistakes we had, right? Like we missed a field goal, had us, with the ability to not even have to worry about that. Was I absolutely terrified when CJ Carr had time? Did I see a Hail Mary in my mind? Yes, I did. I was terrified. The pass rush decided to show up and close the door on CJ Carr for the first time. There were only 2 sacks all game, right? There are only 2 sacks all game were the last 2. What a way to turn that up. Were there busted coverages? Yes. Am I thankful that Eli Raridan can't run and he stumbled like Daniel Jones? 100%. That is a really good football team. That is a legit. That's why I wasn't shit talking them. Besides their racist fans that get a little crazy. That is a really good football team. Shout out to Marcus Freeman. That was a dogfight. It shouldn't have been. It shouldn't have been a dogfight. But, 118 people rocking with us right now. Hey, to everybody who said Malachi Toney was the shit, to everybody who said he's an absolute problem, what a hell of a first start for him. Absolutely cooked. Oh, my God. They had to put their best corner on a 17-year-old reclassified freshman. Did I want more targets to Elijah Lofton? Yes. Did I want more targets to Alex Bowman, not just having him as a blocking tight end? Yes. But we're here now. We're 1-0. Every week, that's all that matters. That's probably, if not likely, the best team we'll play all season. That is battle testing the shit out of your football team when your defense buckled a couple times and then they responded. Yes, it sucked that they got behind us a couple times and they had a couple busted coverages. That's going to happen in football. Their secondary came in with experience. Their secondary came in with familiarity. That's a completely rebuilt secondary. Holy, how do people do this? How do people react and not just absolutely curse the entire time? I don't get it. I don't understand how people keep their composure. Shout out to the people who do post games. This is our first one for about 2 years. Me and CB said, yo, we'll only do it if things get crazy. And things got crazy. Things got absolutely crazy. What a game, man. What is happening? What an absolute ball game, man. Oh my God, what a dogfight. How we feeling, chat? How we feeling about the game? How we feeling? How we responded? How we feeling about the busted coverages? How we feeling about the physicality? This is game one. This is crazy. Yo, Blay was a monster. Ahmad Moten was a monster. I didn't like that they went to 3 defensive tackles basically on that 3 down when he got away for that touchdown to whoever that number 0, whoever that was. Yo, absolute problem. Ahmad Moten played. I thought Mo Torre, besides that bad play, played. Popo in coverage played. Did Jaden Greathouse have a catch in this game? How about, we held down, I'm about to pull the stats up in a second. We held down Jeremiyah Love, the best running back in the country. CJ Carr, dog. Absolute dog. I think they got Texas A&M and a bunch of cupcakes. So that team is very likely going to be in the college football playoff again. They had to close out the Texas A&M game. They had a close loss on the road. It'll count towards them, and get ready for all the CJ Carr deserves all the praise he got, because that boy showed up. Holy shit. Yo. Yeah. And to the E to the G, I can't curse your cursing. I don't know how it's going to work. But yeah, man, they held us constantly. And the first pass interferences were called on us. Questionable. My wife was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, do they not see? She didn't say that. She's got kind of gangster, but she didn't go full gangster. Whoo. Chat. How we feeling, bro? How we feeling? Yeah, White House has 0 catches. White House had 0 catches. I thought, who was it? The Notre Dame fan told us that Jeremiyah Love was going to have 120 yards. How many yards did Jeremiyah Love finish with? Good out of the backfield, though. Fam, this is crazy. This was an incredibly close game. Am I going to rewatch it? Absolutely. Am I going to watch it now without the emotions and madness and shaking? I sat down only the third quarter because I thought, all right, we're about to kind of pull away here and see what happens. Look, 33 yards for Jeremiyah Love. They went with the game plan. We're going to stop him and see if CJ Carr can beat us. And yes, CJ Carr almost did, but almost can count. Doesn't matter. 27-24. We beat the number 6 team in the country. When was the last time we beat a top 10 team? Let me know in the chat. I'm freestyling here, man. I'm just cooking with y'all. Brent from Laco, Florida State, beyond with Dono. Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Only interception was Carson Beck. Love shut down. Fam, yo, look, did you see the pursuit by our guy Rueben Bain? He doesn't make that play at 290 like he was last year. That boy hustled. That Damari Brown broke that up. I think Keontae Scott came in with the samurai, karate kid kick out the back. If that, all those things have to happen for it to happen. What a game, bro. What an absolute dogfight of a game. That is 2 evenly matched teams. Yo, crazy. Beck was 12 of 12 at one point. I think his first incompletion was when Malachi was being held and they didn't call it. That happened. You know what I'm saying? That happened. 27-24, bro. Lyle looks like he picked up a little injury. I don't know nothing yet about that. Why he wasn't playing much the rest of the game. I thought Marty Brown was an absolute dog, just getting those tough physical yards. That's big that they trusted him on that last drive to get the extra plays. You know what I'm saying? To get the extra yards. Whew. Did y'all see in the first half? Did y'all see they had Mezzi and Bain on the same side? So they moved Mezzi more as a D tackle and Bain on that side. That was dope. I thought the communication, besides a couple bad plays, was fantastic. Just hand gestures, and that team is only going to get better. Like, this is a really good team that we just played today, fellas. This is a really good football team. Did we get conservative? Yes. All right, our guys, maybe our receivers can separate. We ran the ball a little bit too much. I didn't think we used Elijah Lofton. But look, man, a win's a win, yo. 1-0, top 16. We'll move up. Who cares? Next week, you know what I'm saying? You start rotating in the younger guys, getting them some more snaps. I thought the rotation was great. Yo, we rotated our receivers. Yo. I've been asking for that for 3 years. Josh Moore got some play. Had a bad drop on that slant. Cool. You gotta come down with that. I thought JoJo was solid. He got outright tackled. What was it? Malachi. Yo, I'm 10 minutes in, and I have not mentioned the mother CJ Daniels catch. How? Como? How did he do that? How? Yo, like my arms. That's all I got. Like, I got to stretch. This is bad. Yo, this is crazy. Appreciate the chat, yo. So I know this stops fitting. Hey, listen, man. Listen, don't be disrespectful. Not a lot of people know what's on. Yeah, shout out to the kid. Yo, respect it, B. Respect it. Not, don't make me roast you, AB. I love you like a brother. Don't make me roast you when you can't say nothing back. My boy. Cell TV says, great building block. Pass game needs a little work. Running game has potential to be dominant. Marion and JoJo got upside. Yeah, fam. Like, this is game one. Yo. Like, do you remember? Like, y'all remember last year? Look, this is what a game, bro. What a game. You got to survive these kind of games, man. That is a well-coached team. These are building, like he said, like Cell TV says, it's a building block. It's a process, man. This is just page one of a book. This is not the end. This is a start. Next we've got Bethune. We'll move on from that. USF looks solid. My God, bro. If y'all cuss in the comments, I don't know if I could put it up because it might get blocked. So I'm gonna keep that down. I don't think we played soft. I'll say that. What was it, Mario? I don't think we play soft, bro. I think that's a good football team, and they're gonna respond too. They also have coaches. Did we get conservative? I'll go with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, why did we run the ball so much? They got away with some holdings. It kind of messed with our rhythm. I don't know how you outright tackle Malachi Toney and they don't even call that. You know what I'm saying? Like on the turnaround, but they called a holding on the other side. That wasn't a holding. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just weird. Also, y'all let me know in the chat, and maybe this is prisoner of the moment. Have you guys ever seen where the referees pick up a flag for holding and they go, "Oh no, there was no holding on that call"? Like usually it's just a holding, right? They just go with that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nobody's dog walking Notre Dame. That team's only going to get better. CJ Carr is only going to get better. This is day one CJ Carr. CJ Carr is going to be a problem. Our offense got a little conservative. We could have done some things, but they're also game one. It's a process, right? Like we got spoiled the way we dog walked Florida last year, but Florida was so overrated. Since they were talking humidity. Look, man, what a game, bro. What a game. Yeah, I don't know if we did play that way. If you really look at the physicality, we stopped Jeremiyah Love. That was the best running back in the country for 33 yards. They made him basically a blocking running back and coming out of the backfield. Greathouse didn't have any catches, who was a monster receiver, allegedly, coming into this game. Malachi Fields made a hell of a catch, but I think that was his only catch in the game besides this fumble. CJ Carr carried that team as a freshman, as a true freshman. I don't think there was any. That's a good team. Like y'all talking like we just played like Tallahassee Tech and they gave us a fight. Yo, yeah. How about the receiver got body slammed when he was out of bounds and the ref sucked? Yeah, fam. That was a straight WWE move, bro. I don't understand how. And it was like on the other side of the white. Like it was way out of bounds, way out of bounds, and then they call it. The time when the Notre Dame defensive back right in front of the referee pulls JoJo's face mask. They don't call that. It's weird because like if you just let that go on both sides and their DBs are physical, our DBs are physical, cool. But it's like their DBs are physical the entire game. Our DBs start to get physical, then they start calling those penalties. But a win's a win. You survive in advance. You move on to the next game. You have a short week. Thankfully, it's Bethune on Saturday at the Rock. Game one, people. game one, Carr played better than all the other 100% truth. He was the best first-time starter all weekend. Not the generational quarterback. Not who else? Not Julian Sane. Not any of those guys played better than CJ Carr. CJ Carr absolutely balled. He made big-time plays. Of course, that tight end was wide open. Bro, if that tight end can run, this is a very different conversation than I have with y'all. I don't know if I hit the live, if I'm keeping it a buck, because I would be talking crazy. If that guy, because they would have scored really quick, that would have been crazy. Oh, my God. Appreciate you, Mike Jeezy. Hey, man. Wow, bro. 1-0. 1-0. To win this way, was it 13 points in the second half? They had a 17-point fourth quarter. That team responded. Look, CB said it, right? That's a four-quarter team, man. That is a four-quarter team. That you have to finish them. They're not going to finish themselves. Paul Feinbaum is probably blaming everybody else for what happened this weekend. I saw earlier that Vegas at Arch Manning was good, but that's neither here nor there. My phone is lighting up. The group chat is going crazy. Let's see. Way to finish. Really group effort. Yo, let's keep. Look, it's just us talking. 222 of us rocking with me right now. Make sure to smash that like button. When Carter Davis steps up to take that field goal, right? How were we feeling? Because we already had the mishap early in the game. The muffed hold with a terrible snap that basically looked like a grounder to second. Once that happened, I was like, oh God, I was terrified. I was standing up. I was sweating. I'm still sweating now. Forehead is. You ever seen that Jordan Peele meme? It is. Whoo! Oh my God, I was terrified, Daniel. I was absolutely terrified, bro, because we got spoiled of 6 years with Borregales, right? We knew what we were getting in that position, and this guy steps up from FAU from Fort Lauderdale and absolutely nails it. And so underrated. He kicked almost every ball out of the back of the end zone. Like they didn't have a chance. I think they had like one return, if I'm just going off the top of my head. Oh my God, if you're leaving the stadium right now and you're watching and you're tuning in and you're at the house, how are we feeling right now? How are we feeling? Like honestly, how are we feeling, man? Man, I was. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, what a game! What a game. Professor Beams, I felt like we could have won by more. We played conservative. Yes, 100%. We called it a little bit too many. We had 2 turnovers inside the 30 and came away with 3 points. That's unacceptable. They got to close better than that. But again, that's a good secondary. Maybe our guys weren't getting some breaks. Who knows? I have to rewatch it. I have to rewatch it and with less emotions and not absolutely panic like I was the entire game. I didn't stand like I was, snacking on my shrimp cocktail or my pizza, drinking a couple beers, and I didn't sit to like the third quarter when I felt like, all right, we're a little bit handled, and then it got weird. And then I was like, yo, why are they this close? It shouldn't be this close. And I'm trying to tell myself, like, trying not to be like, yo, this wouldn't happen. And it was like, all right, but this is the football game. This is what it is. Ooh, but we in it now, boys. We in it. Malachi Toney, bro, reclassified freshman, 17 years old, showed up like he's been doing this forever. Absolutely snatched that slot position, man. He's only, hey, people. Escuchen me, listen. Watching me? Because I'm going to post this on our, this is going right up to the audio right after this. That's his first game. He's only going to get better reading defenses, going up against people that don't play that well on the secondary. I don't know if we play a secondary that good again, because that's probably the best secondary we're facing. That guy's only going to get better. He's only going to have more advantages once he understands the defenses, because now he's gotten a couple hits live in the game. That's crazy. Yeah, man, they got too conservative, JR. I 100% agree with you, bro. They got too conservative. But it shouldn't have been that close. Again, like I just said, 2 turnovers inside the 30. You know what I'm saying? We almost had a big man pick 6. Rueben Bain. Crazy, bro. Crazy. Good things anybody think they'll have a couple weeks to get right. Yeah, Jordan Lyle didn't play most of the second half, if not all of it. Hopefully he'll be good by Florida. Might not need him for USF. This team's only going to gel more now they've been through a war together. You know, look, man, those yards are tough that they got, man. That's a really good team on that side. Miami is 2001 fast. Let's slow down. Let's slow down. That 2001 is like the upper echelon, the greatest football team ever assembled. Let's calm down before we put that kind of pressure on them, John. I hear what you're saying, and I respect it. But let's calm down before we put that kind of they still those chapters are written after, not during. You get what I'm saying? Let's do it like that. Oh, you say where was it? He has some giddy up, man. He almost took that. That tight end doesn't get him. He's taking it back to the crib. Back to the casa. I'm not nitpicking this when we won. That's what matters, bro. That's all that matters. 1-0, man. 1-0 every week. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. Shout out to Goldwire. Shout out to True Tide. Shout out to M. Lamont Management in the building. Hope you guys are doing good, man. Just giving you a quick reaction, just raw thoughts off the top, man. Nassau, what up? Bro. 27-24. Absolutely terrified on that kick. That pick six by Rueben Bain was crazy. That C.J. Daniels catch, which I should mention a hell of a lot more. What a catch, bro. What a absolute, because that was gonna be a pick. That safety was there. And the ball was there, and then you know what I'm saying, the safety's like, and then CJ goes, no, brother, I got this. You stay right there. You just hope it's coming to you, but I'm about to catch this and wrap it up. What up, Port Knox? How you doing, brother? John Kiefer, this team is gonna be really good. Game 1, baby. Game 1. This is just the beginning. Hopefully they learn. Last year, game 1, played our best defensive game. Now they have tape to watch. When the bullets are live, when it's real, we're about to find out. Kings have a bunch of playmakers, just got to execute. That's exactly right, Aiden. That's it, bro. That's it. Just one play at a time, man. They didn't win, you know what I'm saying, when the tight end got loose, they stood up almost. You know what I'm saying? Like, they stood up for the most part. Didn't know that CJ Carr had wheels like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know he could move. I was wrong. Everybody told me that he was a pocket passer. He's not. He got a little, not wiggle, but he's got some good straight line speed. Beck got saved by CJ on that crazy. But that's what receivers do. They got to bail your guy out too. That's a Georgia receiver. Probably doesn't catch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, your receiver's job is to catch the ball. And he did that job. That's what he did. Josh Moore had a drop. Hopefully he gets better and he learns from it. Like this size, like this face. Like we played. I don't know a receiver that we didn't play from. Probably Nye and Chance. Maybe that's probably the only two that I can think of off the top of my head. Yeah, bro. Like, when the game got tight, the calls got weird. When the game let's just call it a spade, bro. When the game got tight, the ball game got a little weird, and the bailouts that they were getting, it was weird. Oh, Tony Johnson was another one. I thought I saw 80. What number is Tony Johnson? 80? Because I'm going off. I forget off the top of my head. My fault. I didn't see Tony Johnson that much. Malachi wrapped that shit up. I don't know if Ray played in the game. Off the top, like, again, just freeze. I don't remember it. How many times have we lost because other teams made a crazy catch? How about that time we get a break? Yeah, bro. I'm glad we got those 2 sacks to close it out, because I was terrified if CJ had enough time to get that ball into the end zone and they made a crazy play. How many carries did Fletcher get? Let's check out the game stats, which y'all here live. Be on for a couple more minutes. I'm still reliving this. I recorded the game, so I'm going to rewatch it probably right after this. Miami Hurricanes, Notre Dame Irish. Game stats. I know Jeremiyah Love had 33 yards. How about that? Let's see. Game recap. Here with y'all. I don't know if y'all already said in the comments. I'm trying to pull it up on the website. Shout out to ESPN.com. We are here. No, I need the game stats. Play-by-play. No, team stats. Here we go. Team stats. He had Fletcher out-carried. He had 15 carries for 66 yards. So what is that? 4.5 yards per carry? Is that right off the top of my head? Y'all let me know. You know, that was crazy. That was crazy. Oh, what a game, bro. 1-0, people. What are your thoughts about the time management at the end of the first half and the 2-minute drill? At the end of the first half, we got a touchdown, did we? And that's when CJ Carr made that big call, make that big catch. Look, man, it's not always gonna. If you want to nitpick, you can nitpick. Those at the end of the first half got 7 points. At the end of the game, got 3 points. So it ended in a score. Like this was gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't think it was bad. Like I thought they did well. I thought early in that fourth quarter, I thought they could have been a little bit more aggressive, maybe done a little. I don't remember much play action off the top of my head. A lot of RPO. I don't remember much play action because the safeties were moving up so much. I thought a little bit over the top with Elijah Lawson would have been cool, you know. But Miami 21 Hurricane says, "I get it. A win is a win, but Miami's defensive secondary looked like Marty." Fam, do you remember last year? Like we had a couple bad plays, but the team was more physical. You know what I mean? Like it was excessive. I mean, Poiser had a couple bad. Like if you want to nitpick it, they had some issues. But again, bro, like that's a team that executes on that was ready. Like if this wasn't, you know what I mean? They didn't catch us with anything crazy too many times. It was hard fought yards, except for that drive when the tight end got busted open. Marty Brown runs real tough. Yeah, facts. 100%. Yo, I was very impressed with Marty Brown. Doesn't have a screen game would be nice. I mean, they tried a couple of screen games, they just didn't work. Right, like the wide receiver screens. I don't remember them trying any running back screens, which Joe's gonna break it down on Wednesday when we get back. And I think we got for the culture this week. They tried wide receiver screens, you know. So we'll see with that. Where was JoJo and RDC as LB in coverage? Why? Because you have to cover the tight ends, bro. Like that's who you cover usually, the tight ends. But you could do a safety, but I think on that one he had brought the safety up for a blitz when the he had brought I think he had brought the safety up on a blitz, and Motore kind of let him loose behind him. Kind of, you know, he got lost in that play, and we see, and that's what happened. But it is not sure. I'm not sure. You know, they're not going to release that yet, but I know he didn't get any carries in the second half for whatever it was. When you rewatch it, check the lack of urgency and waste the clock. I'm excited with the result, just nitpicking for the future. And we're going to do that, Port Knox. We're going to nitpick, right? We're going to nitpick. I have a group chat right now that we're completely picking plays apart. But I think if the time management is an issue and still gets you 10 points, that's a lot to improve on, I guess. You know? Canes were definitely laying the hammer out there. Some big-time hits could have been the slick conditions, but got to wrap up better. Yeah, Aiden, I don't remember too many missed tackles off the top of my head. I don't remember them. They're not replaying currently. I thought they a couple of times they went for the pops. I thought they wrapped up. I think we had a good tackle. Jeremiyah Love tried to hurdle every time. That worked like one time, and then the other times he got tackled up in the air. I don't like that Carr got a lot of runs on design runs because we weren't expecting it, right? Like, I don't think we thought, because we have no tape on him to know that he can move, and now we know he could, and he got some yards. He was one of their leading rushers. Like, he got some good, decent yards, but we also closed the door when we needed to. We only gave 314 yards to the natty runner-ups. Defense played really well. I mean, yeah, bro. Like, yeah. And yes, look, when it's gonna try time crunch, right? He's gonna go smash mouth, and we are gonna figure it out. Again, bro, game one. There's things this offense they get comfortable with, and things like that. It was a hell of a way to execute at the end to close the door. It's not like we didn't get in field goal position. You know what I mean? To close the game out. If we want to nitpick, we can nitpick it apart 100%. But points are points, bro. Like, it's not like that was a top 5, top 3 defense last year, and it didn't look that much worse. that was the best secondary with Leonard Moore and Christian Gray. They got away with holdings like crazy. Their defensive line is up. Traore was a problem. He got CC one time. All those things are going to happen when you play good teams, bro. You're not going to win outright every single play all the time, and we could be that like, yo, we got to dominate. Fam, like, that's a good football team. They were in the national championship last year. We were playing in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Like, let's put some context to that. Like, they beat top 10 teams because I don't think they got a bye, did they? They beat top 10 teams 3 to 4 times. Like, that's not something that just needs to be like, yo, we need to do this. Fam, like, you're not your best at the beginning. You learn and grow if you're bought in and you believe in the program and what's been taught. That showed you that we just beat a top 10 team. Again, somebody let me know in the chat, because I don't want to type when I'm live with y'all. Somebody let me know, when was the last time we beat a top 10 team? Right? Like, that was a knocks on Coach Cristobal. He doesn't beat a top. Just did that. We just beat the number 6 team in the country. We showed up. CJ Carr absolutely balled. Jeremiyah Love was held down. Like, they made plays when they needed to, because that's a hard-fought football team. You know what I'm saying? Like, all those things was like, like, my beard wasn't even gray there. You know what I'm saying? If it was 2017, my beard wasn't even gray, bro. Like, that's 8 years ago? And we just did it on game 1. Y'all remember when we used to, like, understand that this is a building block, right? Like, this isn't, I don't want our peak to be now. I want Motora to get better. I want Xavier Lucas to get better. I want them to be like, yo, these are the plays that we should have made, and then get better week after week and come out healthy the next 2 weeks. You know, we got to come out healthy the next 2 weeks. So we got Florida, who I don't think is going to, I don't think is as good as that, right? Like, I just don't believe, because we'll be more prepared for DJ Lagway to run. You know what I'm saying? That'll be a different thing, but that's 3 weeks away. Right now, it's still August 31st. Let's get the dub, and we got that. Fam, I think it's going to take time. Jojo better step up. Marion getting to stay ahead. And Marion made some really good catches. Marion showed up. You're supposed to have depth, though, bro. Like, it can't just be one guy. It's not going to – we don't have a number 1 wide receiver. It's not going to be one guy, not in this offense. And your number 1 wide receiver might fucking be Malachi Toney, man. Might be Malachi Toney. Like, that's how he plays it. And those outside guys were good. They didn't cause any significant injuries, but I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Miami 21 says, what's up, chat? What y'all think about wide receiver Moore? I think he's a true freshman. I think he made some solid blocks. I thought JoJo made a hell of a block. He popped one of the guys to break Brown open. I think it's gonna take time. You know what I mean? I think Marty Brown could be a starter on this team too. It takes time, bro. Got 308 rocking with us. Please make sure to smash the like button. This is the first post game we've done in a minute. Keeping it alive, keeping it real with y'all. They said it a couple. The only reason I'm saying this, they had to retape his ankle multiple times, and they had to, you know what I'm saying, and they kind of made him sit down. Which, again, to have Fletch and Marty Brown as backups shows you depth. Y'all remember year 1, we had a walk-on from the HBCU. Like, you know, like, that shows you depth. And we still have Willie Humphrey that'll probably get burned next week, and Gerard Pringle that'll get burned next week. So, yeah, bro, JoJo made a hell of a block. Listen, man, it was a dogfight of a game. We had a big lead. What was it, 21-7? Should have had 2 touchdowns that we didn't close the door on. That happens. This team Notre Dame isn't a bad team. It's a well-coached football team of Marcus Freeman. They were gonna respond, and they did, and we responded last. That's it. You have to finish, bro. You have to finish, and they did. It's not always gonna be pretty, right? But if, again, y'all go watch Notre Dame on their run to the national championship, that wasn't this crazy offense, man. That was just execution and outplaying your opponent through execution. It wasn't some gimmicky, crazy shit. It was a hell a hell of a game, bro. Oh my God. We survived. We move on. 1-0. Appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. My guy CB goes, yeah, I can't go live. I'm gonna talk too much. We'll be back on Tuesday for the culture. Shout out to the O-line, man. Shout out to Markel Bell. Hopefully he's good with that rolled up. I think he played the rest of the game. Markel Bell. Samson was out there being a dog. Terrible holding call. And what was it? The fucking personal foul on Dylan Day when they ripped his helmet off. What? Like the thing that was crazy about that personal foul, I'm gonna leave here with this one. The personal foul, the refs didn't blow the whistle. Right? Like they didn't blow the whistle until after Jeremiyah Love already was on the ground, and then they threw the flag. So it wasn't like they played through the whistle. They blew the whistle after. That was a crazy foul. That was crazy. Bell needs, 21, you are nitpicking, dog. I feel you and I respect it, but shit. That's game one. And again, that's Traore did cook him. Traore did cook him a couple times, but for the most part, we won, bro. Like let's take this win. You know what I'm saying? Rest up for a couple days, probably one day, and then get back to it Saturday. Appreciate y'all, man. 300 rocking with me right now. So make sure to smash that like button. We got rewatch. Rewatch gonna make you mad at. Bro, I was mad at the ref in the moment. I was mad at. I couldn't believe it. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like, you got to be kidding me. I was my people at the stadium, Poke and Joe, were like, yo, what happened? I was like, bro, you don't want to know how bad they're holding. You don't like. I didn't get a lot of those calls. A lot of them. How did he get the sack rushing 3? Bro. That one didn't make sense to me, Daniel. I'll give you that one, bro. They rushed 3 and Traore just cooked Bell. Spun inside. I didn't get that at all. Like, why not they didn't have like anybody to check down to. It felt a little bit too long developing. He had time at first, but then didn't because it just like the windows closed, man. And he got dogs, bro. And he got dogs. Like I got True Ty said, man. Hey, appreciate y'all. Remember to hit that like, smash that like button. I'm saying subscribe. We're trying to get up to, I think, 2,500 subscribers. Cooking with y'all. We'll be back on Tuesday for the Culture on Flo's channel. We'll be back on Wednesday for the OG pod. Appreciate y'all, man. Look, feel how you want to feel about this game. Nothing wrong with it. Nitpick it if you want to. Pick it apart. That is a hell of a win against a top 10 team that was just in the national championship. They're breaking in guys. That team got dogs. We got dogs. We end the quarter. We end the half on a touchdown. We end the game on a field goal when we didn't know who our field goal kicker was going to be. That's it. 1-0. 1-0, man. Scott forced that fumble, John. Scott forced that fumble. Malachi, I think Malachi Fields only had one other catch after that. All right, people. Y'all be good. Be safe. Enjoy the rest of the night. If you could sleep, I'd be shocked. Enjoy tomorrow. We get another day off to recharge, recuperate. Y'all be blessed. Be good. I'm out of here, man. Peace.
Thanks for watching. You heard. Thanks for listening. We appreciate y'all. You already know every Wednesday, 6 o'clock. You already know every Sunday. Right on time. You already know.